This is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading Tobit in the Apocrypha. I'm reading chapter 3. Tobit so far has gotten into a lot of trouble. And the thing is about the trouble he's gotten into trouble for doing the right thing. It's Jewish law that bodies need to be buried, and but there's a lot of rules around burying bodies, and usually you don't go to the trouble of burying a body unless it's somebody you know. And Tobit has taken on himself to bury bodies of people that have been massacred by the king, and the king got upset that the bodies were gone, and so he was punished for it. He's had employment problems because he does the right thing, an honorable thing. It's very honorable to take on that kind of responsibility when it's not your responsibility. So he has suffered a lot of losses, and he has been abandoned by a lot of people, as you can imagine. Sometimes doing the right thing is not easy, and you find out who your friends are, and you find out the people that have told you they have that kind of integrity. You find out real quick that they really don't, because they won't stand by you when you're doing the right thing. As soon as trouble comes, they're out the door. We all know them, the fair weather friends. So Tobit is in the Intertestament. I'm reading from the Good News Bible from 1979, and this is the Catholic edition. I had the Protestant edition with just the Old and the New Testament in it when I was young, and it's very easy to read. I'm on chapter 3, Tobit's Prayer. I was so embarrassed and ashamed that I sighed and began to cry. Then as I choked back my tears, I prayed, "You are righteous, O Lord. You are merciful in all you do, faithful in all your ways. You are the judge of this world. I beg you, treat me with kindness. Do not punish me for my sins, not even the sins of which I am unaware. My ancestors rebelled and disobeyed your commandments, but do not punish me for their sins. You let our people be plundered, taken captive, and killed. You made an example of our people, an object of contempt and disgrace in all the nations where you scattered us. You have often judged my ancestors for their sins and punished me for mine. We were disloyal and rejected your commandments, so our punishments have always been just. Now treat me as you please. Take my life away and free me from this world. Let my body return to the earth. I would rather be better off dead. I am tormented by insults I don't deserve and weighed down with despair. Lord, give the command, bring my troubles to an end. Take me to my eternal rest. Don't reject my prayer. I would rather die than live in misery and face such cruel insults." So Tobit's wanting to commit suicide. Now, the chapter shifts to a character named Sarah, who's having extremely difficult time in life. This starts with chapter 3, verse 7, Sarah's troubles. That same day, in the city of Ecbatana in Media, it happened that Sarah, the daughter of a man named Raguel, was insulted by one of her father's servant girls. Sarah had been married 7 times, but the evil demon, Asmodeus, killed each husband before the marriage could be consummated. The servant girl said to Sarah, "You husband killer, Look at you. You've already had 7 husbands, but none of them lived long enough to give you a son. Why should you take it out on us? Why don't you go and join your dead husbands? I hope we never see a child of yours." Wow, that was mean. So Sarah was so depressed that she burst into tears and went upstairs determined to hang herself. But when she thought it over, she said to herself, "No, I won't do it. People could insult my father and say you had only one child, a daughter whom you loved dearly, but she hung herself because she felt so miserable. Such grief would bring my gray-haired father to his grave, and I would be responsible. I won't kill myself. I'll just beg the Lord to let me die. Then I won't have to listen to those insults any longer." And in verse 11, we start with Sarah's prayer. Then Sarah stood up by the window, raised her arms in prayer, and said, "God of mercy, worthy of our praise, may your name always be honored. May your creation praise you forever. Lord, I look to you for help. Speak the word and set me free from my life. Then I will no longer have to hear these insults. You know, O Lord, I am still a virgin. I have never been defiled by a man. Never have I disgraced myself or my father's name. As long as we have lived in this land of exile, my father has no other child to be his heir, and there is no relative whom I can marry. I have already lost 7 husbands, so why should I live any longer? But if it is not your will to take my life, at least show me mercy to me. Don't let me hear those insults again." So God hears and answers the prayers, but not in the way that they ask for mercy and help, because they were begging to die. So in verse 16 it starts, "As Tobit and Sarah were praying, God in heaven heard their prayers and sent his angel, Raphael, to help them. He was sent to remove the white film from Tobit's eyes so that he could see again, and to arrange a marriage between Sarah and Tobit's son, Tobias, who, as her cousin, had the right to marry her. Raphael was also ordered to expel the demon Asmodeus from Sarah. At the very moment that Tobit went back to his house from the courtyard, Sarah, in her house, was coming downstairs." This is the Intertestament, the Apocrypha. I don't know of any other stories where characters in the Bible wanted to kill themselves. This chapter very much deals with suicide. And, both of them wanted to die. But there was healing and restitution in their future from what they had been through. Don't ever give up. Give it more time. Pray. Have faith that God will answer your prayer. Have you prayed about what the reasons you want to kill yourself for? Please, brothers and sisters, do not kill yourself. Wait. There's always a chance it could get better. Pray and serve God, serve others, and things will get better. Much love to you all.